What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Scrap Mechanic Challenge mode. Today we're doing the mansion robbery. So you start off in this little van. We'll go ahead and grab a hammer. There are also spud guns, but they're just kind of there for funsies. So let's run into it. I'm gonna do a walkthrough and show off at the same time. So you come through the front gate there. Over there we have our greenhouse. Back there's a little deck and a pool. Got our fountains and some trees, and this is just to kind of break up the foreground. So to start out with, I start with these fountains. On the left one, it's just a little switch right there in the base of it, and then on the right, it is up on the second level. So both those switches are done, and then over here you come to the trees. There is one back here, and then you use the bench. If I could jump on it, come on. And you jump up here to the top of the tree. Now you can either jump around here, go all the way around the trees, and then the switch is in the top of there. But as you can see, you can jump from this tree over if you don't want to jump all the way around. And that lights up the right logic gate above the main doors. So all of the switches on the right side of the map are done. So let's head over to the greenhouse. Now what you want to do in the greenhouse is just break all these pots, because the pots are breakable. You can see these sensors are lit up, so they are all connected to a logic gate, where once you break all of them and they are not active anymore, there is one logic gate below here where it stays active, and then the logic gate wants an odd amount. So all of those are broken up, and then you just come over to the red X, smack down in there, because this is technically sand that I just painted brown to look like dirt. So it has a durability of 2, I believe, so you can break through it. And then the switch is down there, and you can see that logic gate is now lit up. So the greenhouse is done. So let's come over to the pool, and below the bar there is a switch. So after pressing that, you just come on up to the deck. And I really love this little bar that I created for the outside. And then the next switch is behind the bench on this deck. So both of those are done. And that logic gate right there will light up whenever all the switches are chosen. So then you come down into the pool. And there's one switch in here behind these pool lights. Now I really wish that I could fill up the pool with water, but we don't have that option. I could have done glass like I did for the lake over there, but it just wouldn't have worked out as well. And then the last switch is back here in the corner underneath this light behind the pot. And you can see that logic gate is now lit up, but you have to zoom in because I guess field of view it doesn't look like it is. So that's one of the shortcomings. So then let's come around to the front door, and you can see both logic gates are lit up now. So let's go ahead and hit the switch, and we can go in. And this is the entryway with the double stairs up to the top floor. Now, this door leads into the library, and the library is the last place you go, so you can kind of see in there, but this door does not open. There's no logic gate above it, because I wanted that to be the last area that you go to, so you have to get everything else first. So let's go over here, and there is one up in the crown molding. There's one in the display case. You just break the glass. I didn't use the challenge glass like I did on here, because in the last challenge people were just breaking through it to get in, so you can see you can't break this glass. So then let's head over to the main table, and you can barely see it down there. There's a switch. Hey buddy, how's it going? And then there is one back over here behind the plant, and one under the stairs on the left side. Then you can see that logic gate for the theater room has opened up. So let's go in here, jump behind the screen, and there's a switch. And the next switch is behind this darker red chair, which you can see you can't get to it. So what you have to do is smack that seat away, and then it'll reveal that switch. The third one is behind the speakers on the wall, and you can see that logic gate up there lit up. So if you go back to the main door, you see that logic gate is not. So let's head on up to the projector room and turn on the projector. Now that the projector's on, you can see this logic gate's done with. So we can go into the dining room and kitchen, which is just out the door to the right. So whenever you come in, you just come back to the left corner, smack that pot, and there's a switch behind it. Next one is underneath the table, and that's kind of annoying. Sometimes you'll catch the seat, so it's best to kind of distance yourself from it and crouch down. Now you may be wondering where the third switch is, because there's not one behind that pot, there's not one behind there, or behind that one. So what I did was, on this picture on the left side of the door, it's on a suspension piece, so it's disconnected from the wall, so you just smack it, and there's your switch. So the logic gate isn't lit up because it includes the kitchen area, which has its own logic gate. So what you do is, I just turn that on right away. That won't open until your stove switches are clicked. So there's that one. Then you got one behind these carrot boxes in the middle. Go ahead and turn on the oven. And then here is a big old blender. So the code for this is like that. So 2 left, top, middle, and then bottom right. And it'll start spinning and turn on the green light. And then you can see that logic gate is on. So if we head back out here, now that one is. So let's head out there and up the stairs. You can see that room now has its logic gate lit up, so you can go in it, but that one does not. So I set this up to where there's kind of a pathway. So we come into here, this is just a little kid's room, you know, dual beds, little dresser there, couch, TV with their little gaming system. I just used a controller to kind of make it look like a gaming system. There's not many options. So first switch behind the bed on the left side, and then on the bed on the right side on the little windowsill. And then behind this flower pot next to the radio. And we got one under the sink in the bathroom and one behind the toilet paper. Now you can see that logic gate is lit up and it opened up. So we'll get the last switch, and now the logic gate above the door is good to go. So let's head out into the hallway. Now the master bedroom is open and ready. So let's go ahead and hit the switch and head on in. So first one is going to be in the headboard of the bed. Then we got one behind the couch on the windowsill. One under the TV stand, and one behind the mug. Now this one I didn't use a logic gate, I used a light, but you can see it's not lit up, and that is because we need these ones in the dresser, which open up once you get all the other switches in the bedroom. We'll go ahead and grab those, and then head into the bathroom, where there is one behind this plant. In the big old jacuzzi tub, you just gotta break the glass, and then behind the toilet paper on the shelf. Now you can see that logic gate is lit up, and if we head out you can see that light is lit up. So then you come out onto the deck and you're like, wait, where do I go? And if you look over here, there's a hand and it tells you to go down, and that is how you get into the library, because over here I have that gate that is blocking it, and then I have this one which is on bearings, but you can't smack it. I wanted to leave it locked but look like it could open. So we'll go ahead and hit those switches because that light above the door is good to go and on. So we'll head on in, and these switches on the walls don't matter, they just turn on the lights in this fan, but I do it just for a little extra lighting. So the first switch is in the corner here underneath the table, behind this painting that is upside down, behind the couch next to the painting, well, to the right of it. Then we got one behind that pot, and finally the last one is this computer. So we'll turn that on and you can see the bookshelf opens up to a little secret area, and this is how you get down to the vault. So you just come down here, down the stairs, to the big vault door, you flip the big switch, these hazard lights turn on, those retract, and then the doors open. Why is that hole still there? I republished this. That hole shouldn't be there. So it won't be whenever I link this down below. I'm not sure why that is like that. But on the left, behind the banana box, behind the banana box on the right, you can see that kind of pops out. I don't know why. Little switch behind the duckies. And then you gotta smack this cart off the sensor, which will open up this door. There's a little finger, so you point up, get that. And there's the master switch, which triggers the win condition and opens up this wall. As you can see, we just run to the end. And that's it. So this will be linked down below if you guys want to give it a shot. Like and subscribe would be great. Leave some comments down below of other challenges you want to see me create. And I'll catch y'all next time.